I'm sorry. If all those hookers that Jack the Ripper murdered knew he shit in their shower, justifiable homicides.
Fine.
The only part of that story that's not true is I don't have a girlfriend. I don't know who I murdered. Must not have even been my apartment. I have a product review for everybody. That Johnson & Johnson No Tears stuff is bullshit. I've been jerking off with it for a few weeks now. Still crying the whole time. I jerk off too much. I've got friction burns on my dick. It's fucking terrible. You know, a friend recently told me about something called The Stranger. Oh. Now, if you don't know what The Stranger is, because everything in life is going really well for you, The Stranger is when you sit on one of your hands until it is numb, and then you jerk off with that hand, and it's supposed to feel like a stranger is doing it.
Right hand's better.
Right hand's better?
No, left hand is more like a stranger.
Oh no, right hand is strangers in the...
Left hand would be like a retarded stranger.
That's true.
How'd you get in my house?
So, what was I talking about? Jerking off. So the first thing I instantly have like 3 problems with The Stranger. Now, okay, 4. Because the first one's obvious. I mean, do I also have to sit on my other hand so it also feels like a stranger's choking me? Just, I don't do that. I mean, I have a belt. I'm not a caveman. I'm not choking myself with my hands like some kind of fucking monster.
He's right, let's go, monsters.
So, the other 3 problems I had with it, the first 2 specifically had to do with the numbness. Because the numbness creates A, a lack of control, and B, a lack of pressure sensitivity in regards to grip. I'm going to do that hand motion one more time for emphasis. Grip. And the third reason is I'm a working man. I have working man hands. So yeah, it'd probably feel like a stranger was jerking me off, but that stranger would be like an angry, retarded lumberjack. So,
What is happening?
so, worst case scenario, I'm getting a tugger from Lenny from Of Mice and Men.
At least he's gonna love it.
That's a smart jerking off joke, ladies and gentlemen. I'm glad you got it.
That dick is bunny.
Best case scenario, I'm getting a handy from a stranger, and that stranger is me. What the fuck is supposed to be the fantasy there? Just like... You want to just kill ourselves? This is fucking terrible. All 8 times I tried it. Fucking awful. I don't like to do dark humor. But speaking of killing yourself, I think the perfect time to kill yourself would be 11:45 on March 31st. Because that way, April 1st rolls around. And you have a whole group of friends who has to have the internal debate of whether or not to tell anyone. Because if they tell someone, they risk sounding like the biggest asshole ever. Joking about their friend killing himself. And if they don't tell anyone, that possibly makes them a bigger asshole. So tuck that in your pocket if you're ever thinking about shooting yourself in the face.
Terrific. I'm dead next year. I died next year.
So, my first sexual experience, because you asked, I was dating this girl in high school, and I'm not going to say I was seeing her because she had a reputation for being easy, because I'm in public, and that would make me sound like a dick. But that was pretty much why. Now, I was 17 years old. 17. And we were in her parents' basement. And her parents weren't there. And we were just making out. And it was fan-fucking-tastic. And we were just kissing. And it was a beautiful moment. As we kissed, like the whole world fell silent. And I heard poetry in the back of my head. And I broke away from the kiss and looked into her eyes. And she said, I want to feel your fist in me.
I got an erection.
And I said, I think we skipped a few steps. So I did it. What am I going to do at that point? Not do it? It's about experience points for me at that point. I'm trying to level up. Alan, learn Meteor Fist. That is a Pokemon joke in the middle of a fisting story, which means I just won stand-up bingo. Thank you. Thank you. So, if I had to describe the sensation,
You don't know what that means.
it was like wearing a mitten made of warm honey-baked ham.
I can't do it. Oh, no. I can't do it.
So,
Is it because it's hand?
if you've ever been walked in on by a girl's parents, I have a worse story than you do. Because her mom came downstairs, and I was wrist deep in her baby girl. But that's the correct reaction. What the fuck do you say to that? Hey, how's it going? Have you seen my keys? And with that, now that you're all thoroughly